Hey guys, this is Big John here. I got a little tech tip for y'all. I'm gonna show you something. If y'all ever fool around with these high boys and you have an issue where when you turn the key on and your fuel gauge don't do anything, and you think, what the crap's wrong with this old truck? Why don't I have any kind of fuel gauge on it? Well, let me show you. This here wire belongs to the fuel sending unit. Goes right over here, and if you notice, with it hooked up, I still got nothing. But if I ground it right here, look at this, it pegs out the fuel. That tells you that the gauge is good. So that tells me I need to go into the sending unit to figure out what's wrong. All right, y'all. So we think the sending unit's probably bad. So I pulled the sending unit out of the tank. You notice the float's not on it, but it was on it. Right here's the float. And if you notice, you want to look for cracks or anything that might visibly be wrong with it. Shake it, see if it's got anything in it. But I've got a suspicion, since that was fine, that the issue is in here, inside this sending unit. This truck runs off of diesel, so this tank's running diesel all the time. This sending unit was never designed for diesel. I don't know whether that makes any difference or not. I really don't. I don't know what to tell you on that. But I do know that if I take my pliers and bend these little ears back, I should be able, if y'all see that, it's got some little ears on it. I'm just going to bend those back out of the way and see if we can get this thing opened up. More than likely, I'm gonna have to order me a new sending unit from the looks of it, but I don't know. Let's take this off. Okay, I got that out. All right, y'all want to see the inside of it, see what's going on here? So this has got a little bitty thin spring, and it's got a little electrode nib right there, and it scrubs up and down inside of this. So everything inside of there looks to be okay. I don't really see anything tore up. So my next thoughts is maybe this little spring deal is getting weak, or maybe this thing is, you know, staying down, which inside of that cup, if you notice it riding inside of that cup, it could potentially cause a connect issue here. And that's probably what's going on. But what we're going to do is we're going to bend it out, put it back together, just kind of, you know, halfway, half-heartedly, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to hook up, I'm not even going to put it in the tank, I'm not even going to put the float back on it. Just going to put all this back together, hook the wire onto it, turn the key on, and let's see if the gauge works. And if it does, then I know that the problem was right here all along. Just some little flimsy, cheap wire that plays like a guitar string. So I'm just going to bend it back out and we'll see what happens. Maybe we won't break it. That'll be the next big thing. But I've got it bent. You can see now it's got quite a bit more angle. It actually bent a lot easier than I thought it was going to. So we're going to try to just manually push that back in there. And I may have to straighten it out, or here we go. I don't know if y'all can see that, but my big fat finger, I'm gonna get it pushed back in and just gonna slip this back in position. And this has a little hole here that the rod actually sits in, kind of like a dowel pin. And so we want to try to put it back through like that. Push this thing closed. Now I should have, if I listen, I should, I don't know if y'all can hear that or not, I got the fan on, but I can kind of very faintly hear that scrubbing inside of there, and I didn't hear that before. So let's see, key is on. And we're just gonna loosely connect our wire. We're just touching it to it. Now, let's see. That didn't make a bit of difference. Check that out. So it didn't do anything. So I'm not real sure what to think. Maybe this thing's not grounded. It's a thought. Maybe it grounds out on the tank. It's a pretty good guess, I think. I've been wrong before. Yep, sure enough. I don't have 5 hands, but that did make a difference. So let's put this back together, and maybe if you have a similar situation where your gas gauge doesn't work and you think, man, just put a new fuel sending unit in this thing and now it don't work, it's bound to be the gauge. Well, just slow down and take a minute and start checking a few things before you go to throwing it away and ordering more parts, because there ain't nothing I hate more than buying new parts to find out that I could have done a real simple little fix such as this, and I wouldn't have had to buy another $50 sending unit, and worse yet, dig into a gauge cluster that didn't need to be dug into to begin with. So anyway, guys, I hope this helps some of y'all. I'm gonna try this thing out, get it all put back together, and hopefully I'll be able to tell how much diesel I got down in this tank, because it sucks getting about, yeah, you know how these trucks get, about 12 to 15 mile per gallon, and then your tank's only about 17 gallons. So you want to have a working fuel gauge. Really makes a difference on these old trucks. Let's see, this is how you take the gauge out. So this is my, I believe, be lift pump on my diesel, and then this is got 5 screws in the top of it. There's the ground wire for the sending unit, but this grounds actually on the body of the gas tank. And just like that, it's back together, other than hooking the hose up, and we're reading fuel. It's awesome. Sometimes you just have to stop and work on some of the ones that you're driving. If you enjoy driving them, you're going to work on them. And if you don't know how to work on them, you're going to learn how to work on them, or you're going to pay somebody to work on them. So I just hope this helps some of y'all figure out how to keep driving them. Y'all keep the wheels rolling on this old iron. It's what it's meant for. It's not meant to sit in the shop. Anyway, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Consider hitting the like and subscribing if you enjoy this sort of stuff. We're working on these bump side F100s all the time. I've got a handful of them, so I'm all the time fiddle farting out here with them. We like to crack some jokes and work on some stuff and fix some stuff. So anyway, appreciate it.